Well, howdy, everybody. Teresa here. It is June 2nd, 2022. It is Thursday evening. I don't know what about. I don't know what time is it? 6:30 or so? I don't know. Lots to share with you guys. You know. So, first and foremost, I want to thank everybody. Some of you guys know and some of you don't that Angel passed away yesterday on June 1st. It was time, and she was really failing. We were getting ready to take her in and have her euthanized because her quality of life was not there, right? And it did not matter how much we fed her. She was frantically hungry, and it literally just ran right through her. We knew there wasn't anything they could do. She was estimated at 22 years old. We thought 21. Looking at the record stuff, no, it was more like about 22 years old. 21 and a half, 22 years old. So, it was sad. Like I said, we were getting ready to take her in, and when we got up that day, we discovered she had passed away. Just kind of peacefully in her sleep. Kind of ironically, we had ordered another 30-pack of the fancy feast. We're having trouble locating her favorite kind, so we were having to get this kind that was like grain-free, right? But it was still a pate. Ironically enough, it was being held in shipment. They still don't know. I know I need to recolor my hair. They don't know where it went to. So we did get a refund on that because obviously we don't need it. We're going to give all of our cat stuff, because see, she was the last cat we were going to have, to what we call our special daughter. And she has cats and stuff. So, we have, any of you guys, I know one of you guys sent a bag of dry dog food or cat food. Plus we have some assorted dry cat food. We have a few cans of canned cat food left. Few of the treats, like I'm going to give her the called, the hammock that's, it's a ledge that sits on a windowsill for cats. I'm going to give her that. I have a really nice cat litter box that, is a double shifter thing. I'd give her that, some cat litter. We were going to donate all this to a local shelter, and then I thought of my adoptive daughter and talked with her last night, and oh yeah, they'd like to have it. So hopefully they'll be able to come up sometime this summer for a visit, her and her husband, and then they'll be able to get that. So of course we cried. It's hard to say goodbye to any animal you've had, but yeah, she's in a better place. Definitely in a better place. So, that was that. So I didn't do a video yesterday because of that. And then today, Brad's been talking with a family member and getting some closure on stuff. It's been a really good thing. And we all enjoyed the conversation immensely. I don't know how long y'all talked, what, a couple hours?
1 hour and 30.
Can you pull out the rolls and put butter on them and preheat the oven, please?
I can.
We've been making homemade cabbage rolls today. The old kind of German recipe where you use, can you go ahead? Where you make the bread dough and then you cook up your cabbage mixture with meat in it. You could use ground pork. We used ground pork. Brad had made some sausage. I used some hamburger, and then I used some bacon also. And then cabbage, I used some coleslaw mix, dry coleslaw mix too, and onions. And then I had some dehydrated like carrots and celery and stuff, which I reconstituted and put that in there too. I put some garlic. You can use spices you want. I use garlic and pepper and butter. That was my grandma's secret thing, was she used butter in it. This recipe I remember watching, and my grandmother and my great-grandmother teaching me this recipe from when I was a kid. I don't know what kind of bread recipe they use. We have a favorite one that we use that Brad makes. It's almost like a Hawaiian, the Hawaiian King's roll. So, yeah, so
Holy
Brad made the
crap.
bread dough. What?
They got huge.
Did they?
Yeah.
And I made the mixture, and then we kind of had an assembly line. We used the tortilla press, because you see, you're going to make these into rolls, so you use the tortilla press, and then I would put the mixture and pinch them up and put them in the pan, and then we let them rise again for a half hour. Brad said they got really big. You just start the oven.
Gotcha.
And now he's going to brush the tops with butter, and then we'll bake them. And so your classic roll, and then you're going to pull it apart, and you're going to have this meat mixture. This Brad really liked the meat mixture. Didn't you?
Oh,
Did you see the butter right there by the?
Yeah, the
Okay.
full stick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't use the whole stick, but
Yeah.
But so we enjoyed doing that together.
Mm-hmm.
And
Really did.
so we're gonna have that. We started from the first episode of Stranger Things, the first season, first episode, and we're rewatching those. Really enjoying that, because that season 4 just came out here on Netflix. So we're enjoying watching that. We wanted to find for a long time a show to watch together, and so we're doing that, and that way we spend some time together, and then we also have our alone time, or our me time. I did get Brad I found a deal on Amazon. He has 2 pairs of headphones, right? Both of them are my old headphones, basically. I don't know, the black ones were yours originally?
I believe so.
But anyway, the black ones are being held together with electrical tape, right? And we don't know where they went. And then he had this purple pair that I used to have that I gave him when I got my new headset. And then he couldn't find those. And, they're getting pretty old and ratty and stuff. And I think it's essential to have Bluetooth headphones. We don't like the AirPods. They just don't fit well in our ears. I have extremely small ear canals, so it's almost impossible to get anything to fit in mine anyway. And, I know I see you guys all the time wearing them, and I think that's cool. It's just not something that we tried and we just couldn't get used to. We like the over-the-ear headphones, and so I found a deal where they were like 45% off on Amazon. So I only paid like $21 for this really nice set of headphones that has all the features and really great reviews and stuff. So it was kind of like an early Father's Day present. No, we're not each other's parent, but we like to kind of a small gratitude gift of, hey, thanks for putting up. Shelly Bean, what are you doing, girlfriend?
What is she doing?
Did you hear her?
I heard.
She's digging for gold on the couch cushion. Jelly Bean. Oh, you're just a little terror today. What are you doing? You want to come see me? Jelly Bean.
Hey, sweetie.
What, honey? Wow.
Yeah.
Come here, Jelly Bean. Come here. You want to show everybody your haircut? Girlfriend, if you do that, I cannot pick you up. Come here. Oh, my goodness. Show everybody your new haircut. See, I got a haircut. My mom cuts my hair, huh? I did that a couple days ago. I spent, like 6 hours between. I did everybody's toenails, but we don't paint them. And then she needed a full groom. So I did that. Right? And she's getting to be so good. I can do all 3 dogs now without really having to restrain. I still need a little help when it comes to her nails, but not bad. But she's doing so good with it, aren't you? Are you a little baby? I know. You're just a little baby. And I know you guys may think, well, wow, how close you get. She has very thin hair. She must be a poodle mix, which we don't care. I know. And so she has extremely thin hair. Yeah. So, but it's warm enough now. It's 95 degrees here, so I think she's very glad that, she's watching her dad out in the kitchen. So, yeah, we've been busy. you guys can tell my shoulder's feeling better because I've been really busy with stuff. Which is a blessing. It still gets really stiff, but it's not like frozen, and it's sometimes a bit painful, but nothing like it was. So I can do things like groom animals for 6 hours, which I love though. I actually did their toenails on my bed, and you gotta wait till you're gonna change all your bedding, right? I actually groomed her up on my bed, which is a lot easier for me than being on the floor with her. It's more comfortable for her. And then I went and gave her a bath, and Brad was kind enough he had helped kind of soothe the beast when it came time for her toenails, and she did much better. But then he helped clean up stuff and put new comforter and stuff while I gave her a bath. And then after I had her diaper on her, then I took a shower because I was just So, yeah, we've been busy doing that. The other day I don't know if on my last video, I was sorting and cleaning and purging and still doing that. While we missed the cat greatly, she had no control over her bowels, and it was so hard she just literally, sometimes it was just like she was just walking along and I'm glad that she's not going through that, because you worry about, I won't go into a lot of description, but with the very loose bowels and stuff, and you worry about what that must feel like to her. And I had even given her a little mini bath on her feet and her tail and under her chin, because she just wasn't keeping herself clean at all. I didn't want her to be that, dirty with you want her to have her dignity. But, the last few days she's really gone downhill and was very cold. We were covering her up and stuff, and it was just time. You can't, and like I said, we had planned on taking her in, but had discovered she had passed away when we got up. Now we're trying to kind of reorganize our house and finally really getting things set up. Funny thing is, we've had a lot of stuff happen lately, and I think psychologically we're probably doing better than ever before. And I mean, I know certainly our marriage is much improved because Brad has really, really, really been there for me lately, and vice versa. And I think I wanted to talk about this a little bit. I think anytime you're in a long-range marriage or even relationship, you're going to have to, at some point in time, there's going to be some things the other person has done that really hurt you. Whether or not they meant for it to, life happens, and maybe they weren't there when you needed them, or they said the wrong thing, or they did the wrong thing, and you probably did the same, right? So at some certain point in time, you're going to have to, we took a big step back and said, okay, we're separated, we're going to work on the friendship. We forgave each other and said, okay, this is in the past, we no longer need to talk about this. And we started just hanging out as friends and stuff. And then you kind of recapture, I told him, I said, it almost feels like when we first got together, because, you kind of rediscover yourself. Because to think that person's going to be the same as they were, we've been together now for 34 years. This fall will be our 34th anniversary. To think you're remotely even the same as you were back when you met, or even 5 years ago, even 2 years ago, a year ago, is ludicrous. As you age, stuff, you change. So it's almost kind of like you're rediscovering, there's parts of that person that you remember, but then you're rediscovering who the man or woman is now. And also being able to accept that you are aging. I'm never going to be 35 again. I am never going to be able to do some of the things I could do at 35. It's just, I have a certain amount of arthritis and stuff, and it's just, I can improve, but I'm not thinking I'm going to be like I was when I was 35. And neither is he. I mean, he's always going to be disabled, even though he had his hip fixed. It didn't fix the back, and he still deals with that with quite a bit of pain with that. Some days are better than others. We adjust. When his back is bad, he wants to come out here and watch TV. Oh, I know, and be in his recliner with his vibrating massage pad thing on. You know, there's times I have to take water pills every night now, and so I need to be in the bedroom because that's where my bathroom is, girlfriend. And so you know, we just we just accommodate each other that way. You have to accept each other as you are, good, bad, and ugly. I have habits that Brad doesn't like. He has habits that I don't like. I accept them. That's him. Who am I to judge? You know, who am I to judge? Like that, you guys know that not too long ago I started smoking again. I will eventually quit. Right now probably isn't the time. You know, Brad choose whether your person drinks or doesn't drink. Maybe they're 420 friendly or whatever. I mean, you know, you have to, unless it's somebody you certainly just really can't accept, you have to accept that person and say, you know, that's them, and what they do really doesn't have a bearing on me. Like that, I don't make Brad chew. He doesn't make me smoke. I mean,
Alexa, set timer for 20 minutes.
You know,
20 minutes. Starting now.
I think you have to accept each other the way you are.
You want to hear it?
Not now.
Alexa just loves to talk to him. She's so friendly toward him. He'll say, you know, I'm going to say Alex, but Alex, shut off plug one. And, okay, and then she'll start, it's like, what? Like, see, that's his girlfriend. So anyway, we're in a really good place. You know, probably better than we've been in years. And, you know, he accepts me as the way I am, and I accept him the way he is. And, you know, there's no, like, conditions. Well, I'll be with you if. It's like, no. I just really love you as a person. And I do love you as my husband. And we've been together super long. And almost every memory is with him. You know, it's like he was talking to, I'm saying just a family member because I don't want any issues to be brought to this person at all. But a loved family member, and he and I were all visiting and stuff, and that was really nice. You know, getting some closure and getting some love going there. I think as you age, and this is just me personally, that you start out with, I told Brad, okay, I have a weird way of doing analogies, and please forgive me, but I am going to have a cigarette while I talk to you guys real quick, because I'm on a time crunch, you know, because we got dinner in the oven, and, you know, but anyway, I think when you're born and stuff, you have all these massive amount of ingredients, right? That's called family members. And so you have all these different spices and stuff. And as you get older, you realize you have just so many spices it doesn't make any sense to make any dish, which would be called the family unit. So you pick and choose the ones that will work with you and for your family unit. And, you know, like I said, it doesn't have to be blood at all. We have, you know, really good relationship with what we call our special daughter. And, you know, she calls frequently. And a lot of times she calls just to talk to Brad. Nothing funny going on there. He's the father figure to her. I'm the mother figure. You know, she just knows he's a little more social sometimes than I am, which is so true. But if I feel like being social, I'll chime in. Last night, she and I were talking so much that Brad just kind of leaned back on the bed and was listening, and, you know, stuff. You know, she just started talking about some personal stuff he really went here, so. But you're very blessed to have friends that are family, and you know, you keep the good family, you let the rest go, and you just try to live the happiest life you can. And, you know, we've been in a really good spot. I think we're in a better spot than we've been in, geez,
A
years.
lot of years.
Probably over 20 years, maybe, you know. So, I mean, I just feel happy. He was so cute last night. Brad was it last night or maybe the night before? We spent all day together. Maybe it was last night. And then he comes in and he goes, do you mind if I just come in here and hang out? Because I just kind of was really enjoying that and I miss you. And I thought that was really sweet. You know, so, you know, we've been hanging out and, you know, what?
It's a pre-approved credit card, a Walmart.
We don't want that.
Ooh.
We don't do much with Walmart at all.
No.
But anyway, we're in a good spot. We're in a really good spot.
Mm-hmm.
We've gone through a lot. He was there for me so much when I found out about my father, and really stood up for me. I didn't even have to ask you. And I think that's the biggest thing, though, is you're really solidly there and you're really standing up for me, and that means so much because I like that. I want to feel a bit, like every woman, a bit protected and stuff. I don't expect him to fight my battles for him, but be steadfast right there by me and vice versa. He took a chance today contacting that family member, and it went really, really well, better than I think we could have even have expected. And we feel very blessed about that. We feel very happy about the 3 dogs we have. The reason we're not getting more cats, not that we dislike cats. We love cats, especially Brad is very, very, very much a cat person. But he also is very allergic to cats. And so, as he was a kid, he was so allergic that, like, his grandmother made a family member get rid of the cats because they happened to be living with her. Because poor Brad, with eyes was swelled almost shut, and you know he would be getting a rash and stuff. Well, so then it was okay as he got older in his 20s and stuff. Before he met me, you know, he wasn't really around cats. And then when he met me, you know, I had just one cat at that time, and then we've had numerous cats through the years. He loves them to death and stuff, but as he's gotten older, the allergies gotten a little worse. And also we're looking at, since we have animals that live a long time with us, if I were to get cats, I would want to get a couple kittens, but I just love watching them play in the antics. Well, I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to be gone in 20 years. You know, I'm going to be 58 here. But I don't want to leave any animals behind, you know. So there's that. And, I don't know, we're trying to reduce the amount of animals. You guys know we love our animals to death. But I also do want to do some traveling with Brad. You know, we want to do some traveling. We want to take some train trips. I want to take a train trip sometime up to Niagara Falls with him. And, you know, all of that good kind of stuff. We're hoping to go out and see his dad and stepmother. No new news on that. They're still, I don't know, I assume they're still at the rehab place. Maybe they're home. Brad's going to call them here probably tonight, stuff, see what's up. You know, so, but we're hoping we get to visit, to meet them and stuff. I would like Brad, if not, I would like just Brad to go. This time it wouldn't be that he's leaving me without a vehicle, because we have the 2 vehicles, but to just spend time with his dad alone. I think that's really important. Besides that, I've been doing some loom knitting. I'm gonna paint tonight. I'm doing some diamond painting. I'm kind of still, now that Angel's passed on and stuff, and Brad was so nice, it was really upsetting me last night to see a cat litter box still in my bathroom, you know, in the closet area. So he was nice enough to take all that out, because it really was getting to me. I held everything together all day long until the evening, and then it broke. Brad knows. If something happens during the day, most likely I can hold it together all day, but then when it's in the quiet of the night, it'll hit me, and, you know, So he came up there or down in my room and was holding me and stuff, and I asked him if he would remove that. So I'm going to redo the linens in that closet. We have some shelving we're going to use. And then I'm hoping that I have some yarn that's in big shocks that's in my room that I would like to be able to move in the closet. That would give me a little bit more space. So continue on with that. I either have a business dinner Sunday night or a business lunch Tuesday to give those painted figurines and collect the money. We're hoping next week to go somewhere, Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, whether it's to the beach or down to that gem mine that I was telling you guys about. We're gonna go do something. We're actively trying we're actually trying to go do more things, because I think that helps you with your depression, and I know it does. And so we've been looking at different things to do. You know, it depends on what the temperature can be like next week. If it's as hot as it is this week, we're not going to want to mess with the beach.
No.
They're going to be way too hot. Like, we're not the type of people that want to go to the beach and hang out, you know, and sunbathe. It's just not us. You remember Sheila loved that.
Yeah.
She was always asking me if I wanted to go do that. I'm like, no.
Yep.
Oh, I would have done it, and I wouldn't have sunbathed, but I would have just hung with her.
Yep.
She loved to sunbathe. You know, certain people like that. They'll just lay in that sun and stuff. Me, I get too bored and I burn too easy and stuff. So, but we'll figure out something to go do. I'd love to go do that Van Gogh experience. Still, is that in Raleigh still?
I don't remember, but we'll check
The
it
Van
out.
Gogh Expo. Because you put on these, what are those things called? That put over your eyes and it's like, makes it seem like you're there.
A VR.
Yeah, and I hear it's just something else. So I mean, I would love that. That would be cool. Been being a lot more active up on my feet more. My feet are getting better. You know, the arm is doing pretty good. So no new issues with the neighbors. They're all good. Our next door neighbor we thought we were gonna have so much trouble with. They're great.
Yeah, they've been
No
very
issues.
good.
Jelly. No issues at all. She comes up like a cat does, and you know, a cat will kind of lean into you and brush up against you. Jelly does that all the time. Right? Oh, now you're gonna be silly again. She's been so playful lately. I was giving her a bath the other day, and she gets in there, she just groaned like crazy. She's on her back right now, and so she's moving her butt like this, being silly. She's so silly. Look at her, honey. You're a crazy girl. Yeah, so, you know, like I said, we miss Angel, and she had a really good life, and you will always miss her, and it brings up, you know, all the other cats. We've had a lot of cats over the years, guys. We've had a lot of really great cats. I mean, they've all lived really happy lives, and, you know, you have stories about each and every one of them. You know, it's just, we've been really lucky. I mean, you know, you never forget one of them, and it never gets any easier when you lose them, whether you had to euthanize them or you know, they died in their sleep. I was glad that she, you know, she looked peaceful and everything, and I know one of you guys had asked, and yeah, Brad was able to bury her and stuff, so we have a friend that has a little bit of land, and so we were able to do that, and, you know, so that's all good, you know, so we knew it was coming, you guys knew it was coming. I do want to thank, I never found out who donated some of the cat food. One of you guys I know, but I want to thank you guys. I mean, that was really nice, and I know she really enjoyed it, you know. But now she can go up and she can run again, because she was quite the jumper. I'll tell you what. She could jump from, like Brad would say, he'd be out in the kitchen and she could jump up on his shoulders, no problem. He'd be walking around the kitchen trying to do stuff. She's up hanging on his shoulders. And then she would jump like from his shoulders up to the top of the fridge. Well, when we were in Wyoming, then we had these cabinets. She would be up on top of the cabinets, up by the ceiling. And she was very agile. And you look at her and you're like, how did you get up there? But she'd get up there and she was so good that she wouldn't, at that point in time, she wouldn't knock a thing down. Now this cat never, she was always like the perfect weight until she got much, much older. And I mean, but she was a jumper and you couldn't keep her in the house. We had a screen door off of our garage, from our kitchen to our garage. Because, you know, you kind of like to have a breeze and stuff. But she busted through that screen like it was nothing. You couldn't keep her in there. So she'd go busting out the back door and she was fast. And then she'd go and hop, must have hopped up over the chain link fence, you know. And then next thing you know, you'd see her at the front window doing the silent cry. And people would laugh. Because then, once one of us got up, she knew we were headed to the front door. She would start doing like, she would start walking backwards like a moonwalk.
That was funny.
And then by the time you got to the front door and opened it, there she was. And you're like, come on in. You know, we didn't want her outside anyway. But, you know, at that point in time, you just couldn't keep, you know, she wasn't a cat that we ever went and got. Like I said, our daughter found her tied up in a bush and got her. And then when my daughter had to move back in, here comes the cat. Well, when she moved out, she couldn't take the cat, and then she just never really wanted the cat back. So we just kept her because we loved her, and, you know, we just did the best we could for her. Jelly, what do you think you're digging? Now she's making a nest with the carpet, she thinks.
Yeah.
Look at her, honey. I've never seen her do it like that. She's about crazy today.
Oh, man.
She's like, dig, dig, dig. What are you doing? I think it's because I cut her nails, and I did a really good job with her nails this time. You guys are, I know a lot of you guys are really worried about cutting your dog's toenails. Watch some tutorials on YouTube of groomers. And there's one that's called Rover's Makeover Grooming or something like that. Anyway, she's in Oklahoma. And one time she did a really good tutorial and took her time showing you exactly what you would be looking for cutting dogs' nails, especially the black nails. And you're looking for, when you're getting into the matrix, you don't want to cut that. You don't want to cut there quick and make them bleed. And how you just, you know, you take off your initial piece and, you know, and then you just take tiny slivers until you start seeing that it's a certain pattern that you'll see, and then you know to back on. And then you take your nail grinder and smooth off so that their nails aren't near as sharp. Like, you know, after you trim your dog's toenails or have them done, how sharp they are. So I got a really good job on all of them. You know, they're tolerant now, much more tolerant of me messing with their paws. When we first got Jelly Bean, she wouldn't let you touch her paws at all. And I made a game of it where I would pretend like I was going to grab her paws, and so she would play with me, and then I would grab her paw, not squeeze it or anything, and I would just touch it ever so briefly, and then I would increase how much I would touch it. Now she doesn't care. You know, she's like, the trust has been built up.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff, but,
well, have you told them that how often she gives you kisses?
Oh, yeah, she gives me kisses now. She used to never give me kisses. She'd been, I don't know if she was beat enough or something. She was just terrified, and that lady even told me, well, she'd been taught not to give kisses and stuff. Well, she gives me kisses now. You know, she's just all about, you know, we were talking about that because a year ago, Jelly Bean, we didn't have her yet, and she was still, you know, dealing with having her own puppies and stuff. And so, what a big turnaround. Because the 19th of this month will be when we went down and got her. And, you know, very happy to have all three dogs. You know, they're quite a grouping. But, anyway, I just wanted to tell you guys the news about, I know maybe some of you guys are on my Facebook, maybe some of you guys read my community post I put on here on YouTube, but yeah, you know, Angel lived as long as Angel could live, and, you know, I just I just thank God for giving us such a beautiful creature and letting us have her for so long. And now it's time for her to. She's up there, wherever you think up there is. But I like to think that she's running in fields and catching mice, and she's happy and healthy and eating all the tuna she wants, and probably tormenting Jasper. I can't remember how she was with Tigger.
She pretty much ignored
him.
Yeah.
Because at one point in time we had Bitsy and Misty and Tigger and Scanner.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we had Jack.
Mm-hmm.
And the Angel came along.
Mm-hmm.
And then, let's see, we lost some of them there for a while. We ended up with just Jasper and Angel when we moved. So, and then she was an only cat for a long time. She did not like other cats, basically. She did not like other cats. She would come up and slap the crap out of Jasper.
Oh, yeah.
And Jasper, I always called Mr. Blue Eyes. He was a blue-eyed Siamese that we again took care of because my underling didn't want this cat, and But anyway, I didn't want the cat at that time. I wasn't going to take the cat to the humane society or something, and then I fell in love with the cat. But anyway, she come up and just smacked the crap out of him. Now, she would declawed, he would not. She came that way. She came declawed. Somebody had put some money into her. They had had her declawed. They had had her spayed. I don't know what her story was. But,
Alexa, shut off timer.
yeah, she smacked the crap out of him, and then he sits there and just kind of,
That was so funny.
She loved Charlie. Angel loved her some Charlie. She did. So, kind of like, yeah, she loved Charlie, but she's in a better place. Doesn't mean we don't miss her like crazy and stuff, but yeah, it's almost kind of a relief when you have an ailing animal or human and they're no longer in pain. A relief for you. Almost want to rejoice for that person or animal because you've been seeing them suffer. So anyway, that's about all I got to say. I think the Cabbage Rolls may be done or just about done. We're going to watch some Stranger Things. I'm going to do some loom knitting. We're going to eat our dinner. So then I think tonight I think I'm going to color this because I just can't take it anymore. And,
Alexa, set timer for 5 minutes.
Then probably listen to, put my headphones on and do some painting. I want to slap some paint around. So, anyway, I love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship so very much. And I hope you're doing well. Let me know how you're doing. I want to thank my friends that were there for me. Especially like yesterday, I reached out to some of you guys and let you know about the cat and stuff. Because I know some of you guys worry about if I get quiet. I just needed kind of a day to process. We needed a day to process, even Brad and I together, and then even with the animal. Because, she was a part of this 4-pack. So now, they kind of wondered stuff. So, anyway, I hope you guys have a good day, and I will talk to you guys later. Say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.